This is hole number 1 of Eagle Bluff in Chattanooga. That sand trap way down there is about 235 yards out according to my GPS. And at least from the back tees, it's over 100 feet drop. I'm on the white, so it's not quite as far. I just used a 7-wood off the tee, which is usually about 200 for me. That was plenty. I probably got 220, 225 out of it. Hole number 2, 366 yard par 4 from the white tee. Got a valley to fly. You got to fly the ball about 150, 160 from here just to make it to the other side. Okay, I'm in the middle of the fairway. I got about 175 yards to the green. You can't see it because it's over the hill. There's sand guarding the left side of it, and there's a pretty good valley right in front of it. It's about 6 or 8 feet deep. Hole number 3, par 5. It's only 430 from the whites, which seems pretty short for a par 5. If you move backwards, you add like another 120, 130 yards. I made it past the first patch of fairway. There's about 25 or 30 yards of rough between the second, so I didn't quite get to the second. And I've still got a good 220 to go. And I'm just going to wedge it forward to a layup spot, so I've got a good chance of hitting the green with my next one. Here's your number 3 green. If you get past the 100-yard marker, you go down into a very deep ravine. I got on this hole using a driver and then a sand wedge and then a 9-iron, and I'm not that long of a hitter. This hole just lets you do that if you take advantage of it. Almost. Hole number 4, par 3. It says it's only 140. It's a long 140. My GPS said it was 170 to the very back of the green. I actually went up 2 clubs, 190, and I just chipped up here. So 2 clubs was a little much for the back. But you don't want to come up short on this thing. Hole number 5. Believe it or not, the fairway is way up on top of that hill, and you can't see the fairway from here. This is from the 250. It's a par 5. It plays about 450. If I get just a little over 100 yards past the 150, there's like a power slope. The fairway runs downhill steep, and you could end up with a short third shot. If you're not used to playing a golf course with this kind of terrain, like I'm not, because I live in Indiana and it's pretty flat, I really think outside the box. This place plays really long. I mean, you might have to go up a couple of clubs on greens when you don't expect to, just because if you land a few yards short, it's rolling backwards on you. I went a little left of the fairway. I'm kind of paying for it. I got a little power slope the wrong direction. I'm only a little over 100 yards to the green, and I can just see the flag. This is the tee shot for number 6 from the white tee box. And the fairway is up at the top of the hill in that little cutout. And of course it's blind. For me, luckily there's nobody really here today, but I believe this hole has a cowbell on it for the people to say they're clear if you know they're in front of you. I didn't think my ball made it all the way to the fairway. There's the tee box right down there, that little opening. This is way uphill, of course, and my ball hit into the side of the hill short of the fairway. And somehow I got up there. I'm just left of my cart. Here's where my ball is. I'm about 180 yards out. It's 160 to reach the green. If you notice there, just off the, if you miss the front of the green slightly left, you'll roll down the hill, man, maybe 50, 60 feet backwards. Come on, hit it. Hole number 7. Par 3, about 133, probably 50 feet below us. The left side of 7 green, probably the left third, falls off short. The overall green slopes low in the front and higher in the back. The back right has a little plateau as well up high. Hole number 8, 314 yards, par 4. The hill gets a whole lot steeper in the last 100 yards, and the green's not quite all the way to the top of the hill. It's a good 10 or 12 feet below the top. Got a little over 100 yards to go. You can just see the flag about half the flag sticking up. This is number 9, 380. And you can see the beautiful subdivision that it's in. This is one of the spots that's out in the open. A lot of the front nine's mostly out in the woods. This is from about 130 yards out. I actually hit a real nice one down the middle of the fairway. A few long knockers. That's a pond on the left just past the 100 marker. Hole number 10, I think of this one as kind of a slicer's paradise. You can aim towards that bunker to avoid that tall tree on the right side and then bend it right back out into the fairway. Got about 70 yards to go. Fade worked real good. I started it just to the right of the sand and drifted it back towards the center. Hole number 11, 356. Got about 160 to the center of the green. I got about 147 maybe to my flag. It's in the front portion of the green. My GPS shows this green as being 47 yards deep. If you walk it from its longest length, it's easily over 50. It's big. I hit my shot a little thin. I thought it stopped a little short of the green, but it actually rolled good 50 or 60 feet past the flag. Hole number 12. Now they do have regular tee boxes, but right now this one's on a mat, and it's a nice mat for what that's worth. It's about 155 par 3 from here to the back of the green. And if you play the back tees, they're another 10-15 feet above the green than what I am. This hole is probably 75 feet or more below the tee boxes. Yesterday I hit a 6-iron really nice off that mat and I flew it to the back fringe. So today I went with a 7 from the same spot. Thought I hit it real nice. Didn't even quite make it to the green. There's a very much of a false front on this. Hole number 13, 437, par 5, way up the hill around the left. You can't begin to see the green yet. I found the right edge of the fairway, and I've still got 250 yards to go. If you can get up around the 100-yard marker, there's kind of a plateau up there. 135 yards to go. I hit it just a little thin. I cannot see the top of the flagstick, but I'm going to need to hit towards the roof of that house. There's a great view from the 13 green. You can't even see the fairway down there, but you can see for a long ways. This is hole number 14. It's about 390 yards, par 4. At first thought you would think you should hit a driver, but from here on the white tees, 180 yards will reach the cart path. About 200 is running downhill towards the front tee box, and if you go just slightly over that, which is real easy to do, it falls off a wall and drops 10 or 15 feet into rough and you could lose it. So I'm not using a driver, and I've played with some locals and they wouldn't do it either. They were hitting 180 yards or thereabouts. I just hit a really nice soft high 7 wood. I'm right at the 200 marker. It's maybe 25 yards or so before you go over the edge of that tee box, just past the cart path. I'm on a little downhill lie. I just walked forward to the end of that tee box, so this is looking over the edge. You can't tell it from here, but that tall grass right in front of me a few feet, if you step off of there, you'll drop straight down 10 or 15 feet. And the fairway landing area is still a long way off. I just hit a really gentle 9-iron from the 200-yard marker, which is a downhill lie. And I put it right here in this little landing area. It's about the only fairway available. There's the green. I'm still 35 yards from the center of it, and I can't even see the surface. Number 15, 148-yard par 3. All carry to get there. This is a view from the bottom. I went with a really gentle 7-wood, just trying to get floated up there nice and high. The GPS showed 160 to the back of the green. I just barely went over the back. There's nothing but trouble short. That bunker's a good 6 feet below the green surface, and if you're short of that nasty old pond. I decided to chip with my pitching wedge. I don't think my putter can even get this far. Thank you, Mr. Camera. Well, that's kind of a par. This is number 16. It's 312 yards from the whites. If you miss to the right with a driver down there towards the right of that sand, you could run off into all that bushes and stuff. I played here with a couple locals yesterday, and they suggested something more like a medium iron to maybe a slightly long iron, like a 4-iron. I went with a 7-wood right down the left side of the fairway. Ended up with about 100 yards to the center of the green. The 16 green has a false front. It's probably 3 feet up to the next tier, and it falls down a little into a small valley, and then back up a couple feet to the back tier. This is a very common sign on this golf course. Number 17, 290 yards, par 4. I'm going to just keep it a little left of the Mickey Mouse ears tree you see right there, just slightly to the right of center. This is looking back towards the tee box. You can see the castle on the hill. About 105 yards to the center up on the top of the hill. Final hole, number 18, 440 yards, a par 5, uphill and to the right. 260 yards to go, somewhat uphill. The green is slightly to the left. 85 yards to the middle of the green, pins in the back, which is about 100.